Hello, friends. It's us, Tiff
and Sarah,
bringing you Conversations in a Jar, where we pull random topics to get the conversation started. Okay, y'all, we're going to start this podcast off a little differently. We'll draw a topic. However, Sarah and I came up with this sweet little invention, and we're going to make mimosas. Now, we don't have an orange Zoa. We have the cherry lime one, but there's citrus in it, so it'll be fine. Yeah. And we're just going to start this morning off a little lit, little head change, little energy. We're going to pull a great topic, and it's going to be amazing. As soon as we can get the condom off of this tiny bottle of champagne.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
I have too many rings on. I need a towel.
Oh, you might just, does it just pop
you just
off?
Twist. It's not, I don't know, it's a mini one. There you go.
Oh,
there you
the
go.
crack. Look how pretty that is. Let's go.
There. Okay. It didn't have a cork?
No.
Okay. Typically, when we're doing mimosas, it's just like a zest, a waft of
Champagne?
of juice.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'll pull. Tell me when. Oh, that's really pretty.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. It's so pretty and pink. Let's fucking go.
I hope this is good.
It's going to be good.
Firsty.
If it's not good, then cheers.
Oh,
That's good.
Morning.
That is insanely good. Okay, click again. Here's to mimosas. That's amazing. Okay, how are you? How's your week been doing? I mean, I know how your week's been going yesterday because you were on your Morgan Wallen train.
Happy Morgan Wallen ticket sale day. Today's official. Yesterday was the pre-sale.
Just going to promote your boyfriend, huh? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's okay. Josh is okay with it.
Poor Josh. Morgan Wallen. I don't know him. I'm so sorry,
I looked
Morgan
up his
Wallen.
birthday.
When is his birthday?
May 13th.
What does that make him?
He's 31.
31?
Yeah.
Wow. That's impressive.
He'll be 32 in May. Right? Yeah.
Do I need to get you a binder so you can write I Heart Morgan?
Since 93.
I Heart Morgan on your binder.
Or it's already there.
Oh my word. She's obsessed with this man.
Good
on you, guy.
He just dropped his newest song last night. It was midnight East Coast time, so 9 o'clock our time.
Yeah.
Which is perfect timing for when I'm putting the boys to bed. I come out and I get this notification that Morgan Wallen just, put something
dropped a song.
Yeah, and it's like the first 7 minutes, it had like 8,000 listens already. So
I want that for our podcast.
I know. Yeah.
Help us out, Morgan Wallen, right?
If he shouted us out, I would die.
And thank you, by the way, for adding a new song to my best friend Spank Bank. Really appreciate you for that one.
Yeah,
let's go.
Called I'm the Problem.
I'm the problem. Mm-hmm. I'm always the fucking problem.
It's so good.
But you want to draw a topic?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go. All right.
What are we going to do? Okay.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Just pull one.
Did I
yank it out? Doesn't matter. Make it good. Such a gloomy little day today. Let's go.
Yeah. Kids cursing in the home.
Kids cursing in the home.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a topic that I added to the jar for sure because my daughter curses like a sailor.
Yeah.
And I have mixed feelings about it. Big time. I mean, I'm her mom. I know I have a potty mouth. So my son never cursed like that.
Did you swear around him?
All the time. I don't know how to not fucking swear. I try.
Yeah.
I really do. Because sometimes I hear it like when we go back and like I hear the podcast and I'm like, I said fuck 80 times. I probably could cut it down to 79. It hits different. So it's not that I'm not cognizant of that I curse. And sometimes it's just too much. Like you eat 8,000 cupcakes. You're like, oh, I'm done eating these fucking cupcakes. But if you have one, it's great. So I just need to like rein it back. With Gabriella, this is the thing, and I would love your opinion on it. She does curse here, Hearing her sometimes is a little off-putting. Sometimes it's so motherfucking funny that me and Greg, like, hold each other and we laugh hysterically because we can hear her upstairs getting into it with the girls or her brother, you know. And it's so funny, especially hearing a little voice say the things that she says.
So what is her go-to?
For what? Cursing?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Is it?
Motherfucker.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't be a dick. That's her favorite, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My kids are younger.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's never been allowed for them to say those words. And then, but as grown-ups, right, like, I'm not perfect. I have obviously cursed in front of my kids before.
Yeah.
I'll lose my mind, lose my shit on them from time to time. Gentle parenting doesn't work when your kids don't gentle kid, right? All the time.
Oh, so I'm glad you said that. I agree with that. I really do, because I have experience with that.
We can try our best, and we're also human. And I think it's important, I will say this, I do think it's really important that our kids see us, that we are fallible also. And mommies cry too. Mommies have feelings.
Mommies need fucking timeouts.
Yeah. And I do apologize to them if I've lost my shit, right?
Absolutely.
Because they need to know that that's a part of my life too. Like, I apologize when I do something that's not cool. Anyway, swearing though, I'm in real estate and I was on a team for a while, and it was just like in our culture to swear a lot. And if the kids came to the office or at meetings and stuff, they would definitely hear curse words. And that just became like more of a norm. But then once Owen started a couple years ago, when he started like preschool, kindergarten and stuff, it was more like, well, because he's going to like a church. I'm like, you cannot swear, right? Like, can't slip out, can't be oopsies. No. And then kindergarten, he accidentally swore on the playground, and he was like, I accidentally swore. He told me, and he's like, Mommy, I really want you to not swear anymore. It's hard for me when you do it. And I said, okay. And since kindergarten, he's in first grade now.
He's big on that cursing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have more to say about that too. So the cool thing about my daughter is she doesn't curse at her dad's house. She does, but anytime she's around other adults that aren't in her immediate circle, she doesn't curse. She will not curse at school. In fact, I brought it up to a teacher and just talking about it like in a funny way. And Gabby was like, please don't tell them I curse. That's mortifying. I don't want them to know. Like, I do that because So there's such a there's a fine line as a parent. At what point, and this is my struggle, I grew up not very traditionally, so we had cursing in the house. I knew not to curse. I feel that there's that platform, that schema in the world where kids don't curse. When you hear them curse, it's like, oh my gosh. Gabby does it here. It's funny. She does it appropriately. It sounds great, actually.
When you say appropriately, you mean that she's using the word in an appropriate way, the way an adult would.
Yeah, or she stubs her toe. She's like, fuck, or something. And she's using it appropriately, yes.
Okay.
Sometimes it's a little excessive. If she's playing video games, we hear every curse word, including ones I didn't even know could be combined with other words. I'm like, atta girl. So there's that. So yes, she curses in the house. I am trying to just soften it a little bit.
Yeah.
Because she sounds like a fucking
sailor,
like a New Yorker, like, yo, she's so breathy about it. Yeah, but
I've
again,
not ever been to New York and been in a New York cab, so I don't know that is just
my family is from New York. So, but my whole point in that is just that without me even telling her, she already knew the social norms and the social cues. She doesn't do it at school. In fact, when I did tell that teacher, they were like, Gabby, really? So that made me happy as a mom.
Yeah.
I think we all just want to stay out of trouble because the world sometimes peeps and pokes in when they shouldn't. And if this is my bubble. And so there's that aspect of it as far as, yes, I let her curse in the house. then there's other, things about it that I can really dig my heels in that annoy me. It's like, why are people so offended by curse words? What are you, new? Like, who gives a shit? What if since Donald Trump is, passing all these laws and abolishing taxes and all that, what if he decides that if you say Trump in a negative way, that's now deemed a curse word, now what? That was a really bad analogy, actually.
Well, but it's a curse word. It's not against the law.
But what makes it a curse word? Who said fuck, shit, dick, cunt, all those things were curse words, and how did they come about? I don't know.
Owen and I had, my kid, we have such profound conversations sometimes.
Well, that's good. You're supposed to.
He really asks some great questions, and he asked me what makes a curse word like a bad word. What makes it a bad word? And I was like, well, no word on its own is bad. There's no bad, word. It is how they're being used.
Right.
And I said, think about it. When you're feeling heightened and you think about saying a curse word, are you speaking with kindness? Are you speaking like a fact, something helpful? And if it's not, doesn't need to be said. Should it be said? And then he understood it. Because when you're using a curse word in anger, it's not helpful, it's not necessary, and it's not kind. And so it doesn't need to be said. And that's how we are with all of our words. Not just curse words, because words really matter.
They do matter. I don't know. Like I grew up with this saying in my household: actions speak louder than words. And I understand that aspect of it. But if you take it a little bit further and you're like, okay, that sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's so fucking false. And words have power and energy behind them.
Way BS, yeah.
And that brings me to my point of, I had a great day, or I had a fucking awesome day. Different.
It's a little spice to it.
It's a little spice, right?
Turns it
so I just
up a little bit.
I feel like curse words are just a way to like enunciate something. It's like the verbal exclamation mark when you're talking to somebody.
Yeah.
And it can go very negative or very positive. But then there's times where like you asked me something the other day, I'm like, I don't fucking know. And it's not like in a mean way.
I know you don't mean it in a way.
It's not
in that. I don't
also
take
not,
it.
It's not positive or negative in my opinion. It's just like I literally don't fucking know.
But if I said that to Josh, my husband, he would be like, is up your
really?
Yeah, because that is energy, and that's a more aggressive energy than saying, I really don't know.
Well, I'm a different person.
Well, I know coming from you.
Saying that, that wouldn't even be my go-to.
I know. Yeah, I know.
There's no like, yeah, I know. I don't know. Like in my mind, I'm literally like, say fuck, say it. I don't fucking know. Cause that's just me. That's just how I am. And sometimes, well, I'll say this. I get tired of apologizing for that. I mean, even Greg and I get into it about Gabriella and like, she shouldn't be cursing, and that's a lot to hear from a 10-year-old, and it's just weird. I agree with him. Sometimes, yes. And then there's some times where I'm just like, you can't tell me that wasn't fucking awesome and hilarious, or she used it in the right way,
Yeah.
But I don't really know where I stand about kids cursing in the home. It's not something that you're like, this is the law of the house. You can curse. Absolutely. That's not like a ground rule you lay. It just kind of naturally evolves. And it 100% has to do with the parents. Yeah. It's all me. I'm not running from that. I'm not. Gabriella gets and is who she is because of me.
Yeah.
So with that being said, whenever you have this little reflection of you walking around, it is a constant reminder of how you can improve. How can you soften that a little bit? Even like watching our podcast and editing and all that stuff, I say fuck a lot. And it kind of weighs on you when you hear yourself 3,999 times. You're just like, all right, what the fuck's already, broad? Get over it. So I just feel that there's a lot. It can be both. This is my favorite thing for 2025. It's not this or that. It can be both. And I don't think that cursing in the household is a bad thing. However, and it can be a bad thing.
Yeah.
It can be both.
I think you're really blessed in that Gabby does not at school, right? Because I don't know that is, I think that's the exception to the rule. I feel like if it's allowed in the house, then it would be a lot easier to slip up in like other social areas. And you know, how much is that going to serve them in the future, right? Like, I know there's going to be some workplaces where it's really not okay, and one slip up can really affect them.
Yes.
You know, and so just like exercising that muscle of control is important. It's great that she hasn't, you know, at school, but she's also 10. So
she knows. She's been knowing though.
Harder.
I have a video of her at 2 years old.
As soon as other kids, like high school though, I feel like when your peers are doing it around you as well, that's when it's going to also happen more. Don't you think?
Yeah, I feel that when you're around little kids and they trust you, like even when I go with Gabby on her field trips and stuff, but just being around my other friends' kids, they all curse. They just don't let you know. That's been my experience. I mean, kids curse. Don't act like they don't, because they do. And even if it's in their little brain, it's the want to do it, even if they don't, because they can't or they're not supposed to.
Right.
But I feel that kids have their own world and their own language, and they're creating their own experiences in their little school bubble and their friend bubble, and they absolutely curse. Gabby's been cursing for a long time, since she could probably. When she got, you know, attacked by that pit bull, she was so upset one day, probably like 6 to 8 months after it happened, and her face is just full of stitches, and she was a hot mess, and she's just, Mommy, I'm so angry. She was so angry at how her face looked, and having to deal with all of this extra. You know, when you're a kid, you want to deal with that. You barely want to comb your hair and put it up, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just too much. I'm like rubbing oil all over her, and she was on one, and she is sitting in this stool, and she is just giving my phone the right act. And I can't, and if I saw that dog, I'd say, motherfucker. And it was so funny the way that and now that's when we say motherfucker around the house, we're like, motherfucker. We say it all the time like that, how she says it. So those types of moments are fun and with a little, you know, side of therapeutic, I think. Yeah. I personally can't trust anybody that doesn't curse. I'm sorry. I can't. If you are like birthing a baby and you don't curse, we can't be friends.
I did not curse when I was having kids.
Really? If you stump your toe and your fucking toenail is bent back, and you're not like, motherfucking fuck, that hurt, can't be friends. You don't have to say that exact way.
I mean, that's probably when I stub my toe, like if it's a bad one, I'll probably say. If the kids are around me, I won't.
I just think if you want to say it, say it. Why are you holding back? It's a fucking word. Just say it. You know? So when people are like, oh, I can't say that, I've got to be like, this annoys me about Vinny's dad. He used to be like, you know, he's a black man, so he used to be like, you know, the N-word this, and you know, and I'm the man and all this stuff and whatever. And then he changes his life and gets with another female who were very, very religious, from Ephrata. They don't curse. They don't do any of that. And to hear him say, for crying in the kitchen sink, I was like, where the fuck did your balls go? That's how I felt about it. So I just feel like that, I don't know, that's weird, right? To be one person and like throw all these, and then to not, and that's totally to each his own. We're all trying to improve. Like, I'm trying to not curse as much, so I understand that.
I'm going to tread real lightly because you're talking about him, but
yeah, please do.
Can we talk about, like, for an example of someone else, maybe?
Yeah, we don't have to talk about it.
I don't want to.
Good. I don't want to, like, throw up my Zamosa. And it is kicking. I'm feeling it.
I feel it. But people can make that you're talking about growth.
True. No,
Take him out of the ring.
I understand that. And I'm trying not to curse as much. I don't really know why, other than I don't think you need to say fuck 5,000 times.
Well, I mean, I think that in certain environments and company, like, it's not as becoming of you to swear like a sailor at the country club or, you know what I mean? There's places where it is not appropriate. Like, there's just some things in area, like, you have to in life recognize where you can and cannot do those things. And I think for kids, their frontal cortex is not fully developed yet.
Right.
And so they're just learning how to regulate their emotions, let alone read a room and know what's appropriate. And, you know, if there's some grandparents in the family that are like more old fashioned or whatever, that would be extremely offended if they heard a child curse, you know, like,
I mean, I've gotten in trouble as a kid for that exact reason.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's putting a lot on a kid to like have to read all of that. And you're kind of risking putting them in embarrassing position.
If they don't know how to handle that. I think that's the thing about Gabby is that she is able to play the game and she is what she needs to be in that moment. Like we all are. We all play the game.
Yeah.
There's no, like, we all show up differently because we want something more. We want to show up and present ourselves as you should. One thing that really, I think the thing about cursing is I haven't heard a discussion from anybody that resonates or hits home with me to make me like not curse, except Will Smith was talking about how he doesn't have any curse words in his rap songs. And it was stemming from his grandmother, and his grandma was using like cursing as you're not very intelligent if you curse. There's other words.
Yeah.
Well, my immediate reaction was, that's fucking stupid. But no offense to his
that show like highly intelligent people do curse.
Right, but it does
show.
I think there is like, a right amount.
It does show vocabulary. Like,
well, I'm a smart ass motherfucker. Let's go.
There's other ways to
drink your Zimosa.
There's other ways to express yourself not using curse words.
All the time.
Fucking awesome day.
Yeah.
You could, instead of that, you could say, today was the most terrific. Today was the most spectacular day.
That's too Disney for me. It doesn't even feel good to me.
Spectacular?
Today was the most spectacular day. I'm not like a Disney cast member. I'm going to walk in the house. I'm going to drop my shit, take off my earrings. And when Greg's like, hey, baby, how was your day? I'm like, it was fucking awesome. Now let's go upstairs and have sex. I'm not going to be like, it was just so stupendously terrific. He would be like, can I please feel your forehead? Are you okay?
I think that, okay, I would love to challenge you for one day. One day,
Why?
don't say, and see what it does to your energy.
I already fucked
First
up.
day, I feel like it will not.
It cannot be
clearly
today.
Not today.
No, not when we're drinking.
But if you had to like stop, and when you're using those words in a positive thing, but if you turn, instead of using curse words and did spectacular, terrific, stupendous, whatever.
This sounds like all the stickers on your fucking water bottle. Okay?
Words matter.
Yeah. Especially if you're fucking terrific.
Oh, God.
Terrific. Fucking terrific. It's just like
I feel like you can't put those two together. It takes it away.
fucking terrific? I'm fucking terrific. Why?
Because it sounds sarcastic.
I feel that. When I said it, it sounded sarcastic.
Exactly.
I get that. Okay. I'm terrific.
You're making my
But that
point.
sounds terrific. I'm terrific. God. Not terrific, because I have to go a whole day without saying a curse word. Can I say it in my head? It's like,
I mean,
I don't know why it's such a part
control
of
your
me.
first thought, but you can control your second. So control what comes out of your mouth. Do you have that filter? Can you control what comes out of your mouth? I don't know.
I mean, no one's ever asked me that. It's never been a request. Never been a request. However, I don't know. Cursing serves you in it's more fun than anything, right? Like I wouldn't.
You use it as like a dash of salt on the conversation. You're spicing it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And to be aware that like some people don't take it that way. And they don't. And I think kids cursing in the home, bringing it back to topic.
Yeah.
I think
it's okay.
I think you're lucky with Gabby. I don't think like Owen doesn't handle it the way Gabby does.
Yeah, well, we have Carly and Gigi who never cursed ever. That wasn't a thing.
Do they now?
Yeah.
Well, they're teenagers now. I'm sure it's happening at school. Hi, tummy.
God.
I'm sure it's happening at school.
Yeah.
And
well, I'm proud of them. They use it effectively, especially Carly. She does pretty good. And Georgia's slowly getting there, but when she gets elevated,
she's finally starting to curse. Is that what you're talking about?
Yep. Okay. She's finally starting to, she feels more like a family member, but Carly pissed her off one time and she laid into her and there were like 2 or 3 curse words spat out and I was like, holy fucking shit. Because when she's pissed, you're like, oh, she's pissed. That was earned. She's pretty calm otherwise. So I thought, like, it was kind of music to my ears, if I'm being honest, which is kind of the only way I know how to be. That was a proud mom moment for me. You know why? And I'm always emotional. And she's not.
Yeah.
So like holding that in. And then when you get to spew it out sometimes, that's what I'm talking about. People that don't curse, like I don't trust them. Why are you holding in all that? There are certain moments in life. Like if you get attacked by a shark, are you going to be like, oh, pooey? No. You're going to be like, this motherfucking shark took my arm.
No one's talking to a shark as they're being attacked.
It was an example.
Okay.
You would curse if you were getting attacked by a shark.
I would just scream, probably. I don't know that I would swear.
I would be swearing at the shark. Give me my arm back, bitch.
One thing though, I will say, because I'm raising boys, I don't have girls. I know they're going to grow up and they're going to swear and you know what I mean? Like that's part of growing up. They're going to do it in front of their friends. I want them to have so much respect for their mama that they never swear in front of me. I want that.
Okay.
But they're like, you don't curse in front of mama. And they tell all their friends, you don't curse in front of my mama. I want that.
Okay.
And I have to lead by example.
That does not apply to me.
Well, no, you're like, you don't trust people that don't swear in front of you.
No.
That's weird.
I don't know why is cursing in front of you so disrespectful? Why, if it's at you, totally. But if your boys in the room and they're like, grab the fucking football because they're watching a sports thing and you're in the room, is that offensive? Is that offensive to you?
Yeah, they need to use more self-control around me.
Ew. You're their mom. You're their safe place. They should be able to.
No, I'm talking like with friends and stuff. No, and I don't want them to swear in front of me. Like if it was just me.
Yeah.
No, I don't want that.
Oh God, me and Vinny sometimes have the best times talking and cursing and just being silly and all of that. It doesn't offend me if he's never in his life, which is why he's still fucking alive. He's never cursed at me. Vincent has always been respectful to me.
Yeah.
However, if his friends are around or he's being himself and he's very witty, very funny, super dry, sarcastic humor.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can have all those things and not slip in a shit, a fuck, and a cock in there, you know? And by the way, why is cock a bad word? Cock is a bird. Cock is also a male member. It's fluid.
I mean, there's double meanings to basically all curse words.
Yeah. How with fuck?
I don't know.
Fuck is fuck.
Yeah.
I fucked up. I want to fuck. I fucking hit my toe. Fuckity fuck. It's kind of on its own. Motherfucker is a good one. That is a hands slam motherfucker. Motherfucker is a curse word that definitely is the most negative. When you say motherfucker, that to me is more of like, oh, damn, shit's about to go down or I'm pissed.
That's a whole nother topic because I know to some men, like being called that, that isn't as powerful as being called something else.
Like what?
Like,
you're going to have to curse, Sarah.
An a-hole.
An asshole.
Or a D.
A dick.
Yeah. Like
Why?
some men really, like that affects them more. Probably in households where there's not cursing.
Like if someone's like, you're a fucking dick.
Yeah. I actually said that to a friend once and he was so hurt. And I was like, oh, that's like if I got called the B word in a negative, like not like a friend like way.
Yeah.
But if someone like a friend called me that growing up and it really, really hurt, we were like, I don't know.
What'd they call
12,
you?
A B word.
The bitch?
Yeah.
You're like, you're a bitch?
She's like, you're being a
bitch.
Yeah. And that hurt my feelings really
That's
bad.
when you throat punch a hoe. You're like, I got your bitch right here. Whack. And you just fucking,
no.
You get her.
This was like a sister. And so then like.
Well, sometimes you might be one. What would you have liked to have been called
I
instead?
cannot remember. Nothing.
But what would you say if she was like, you're being difficult? Then that's really not the case. You're being mean. That's
This is the thing. No, because this is as a child, as a kid, and an underdeveloped brain. Yes, you say you are doing something that is annoying me. You are this. You. When it has nothing to do with them, it's your problem.
Yeah, but don't you think her saying you're a bitch sums up difficult, I'm upset with you, all those things in just one word? It's like a cliff note.
No. Okay. This is a whole nother topic.
I know, and I'm not trying to upset you. I'm just feeling like, I just feel like it's just interesting. It's so interesting when people are offended by those things. If someone calls me a bitch, I'm like, tell me something I don't know. I'm absolutely can be a bitch. Absolutely. To say I can never be a bitch is false. If I tell Greg, babe, you're being kind of a dick, you know his response would be to me, because he knows me so well? He's like, yeah, I got one. You want to see it? You know you want to see it. And then we're on a completely different topic. Like, so I don't take offense to that. Now, if I didn't like you and you call me a bitch, earrings are off, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't like that someone called you a bitch or said you were being one, but you might have been one. And that was just,
I was like,
she couldn't find the words.
I'm sure I mean, 13, 14, I'm sure I was being
13, 14 equals bitch.
I don't remember at all what was going on in that moment. Yeah. I'm sure I was doing something not kind for her to say that to me, but...
Well, to round out the curse word thing, I feel that curse words, they're words, and just like any other word, they can make you feel a type of way, in a negative way, or they're just kind of like at an exclamation point on like, I had a fucking awesome day, and this is a fucking awesome podcast.
So subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe. And that's it.
And that's it.
And that's that.
And big shocker that you and I are on different sides of this.
So fucking shocking.
Shocker.
Oh,
and this is why...
And I said fuck again. Okay.
And this is why we have a podcast.
Why we have a podcast. Kids cursing in the home. I give it a thumbs up. No. There's like, fuck no.
Thumbs down. And that's that.
And that's it.
Okay. And that's it.
That was a good topic.
It was. I think it showcased how different we are.
Oh, big time.
And I love that. That's
big time.
That's like why this is magical.
As long as you don't get offended. I mean, you can get offended. Just don't let it rock you too hard.